Recording.
It is a beautiful day. This is Queen Mother Speaks, and we are live in studio today. Queen Mother is out on location in Kenya in a village called Samburu, and it's beautiful women in this village. Guess what? It is a women-only village. Can you believe that? A women's-only village? Wow. When you come to Kenya, I'm going to bring you here. But right now, they're coming over so you can see who they are. And we're just going to say hello to everybody in the studio. Ra, you want to introduce our guests? I know we're a little late, but we're here. So, Rakanya,
Yes.
please go ahead and introduce the people in the studio. Come closer to me, everybody. Can
Okay.
you guys see me? Do you
Good
see me and
morning.
do you see who's with me?
Good afternoon. We greet the
Morning.
audience. Thank you for listening and give a shout out to everyone who has joined the studio. A shout out to Florida, Katie King, Rosemary Johnson, Deshanaba and Solomon Sosu, Nana and Jackie Minor, social media followers, Otachi Vince, Robert Daniels, Eunice Gakuha, Anita Dean, King Fahad, Rakaya, who's in the Queen Mother Speaks house today.
Yes.
We have
Uh,
here today
Coach,
two
would you
young,
please skip
remarkable
because we're
people
a little late
who have
today?
lived the huh?
Coach, because we're a little late today, I want you to go to the section where you're interviewing the people who's going to be on the show today. Can you guys see where I am? Do you see where I am and who's with me? Can you see who's with me?
I'm trying to find my page.
Okay. So then let me start. And what I want to start with is by saying, ladies and gentlemen, Coach Rakaya, the health and wellness coach who will be visiting this village. Health and wellness coach Rakaya. I'm bringing her to you. Huh? Anyway, she's hosting the show today. We also have in house Nana. Nana, are you still there?
I think she took herself out of the equation for a moment
Okay.
because. But can I introduce the two guests? Do you want me to? I found it, ladies. We have here two brave souls, male Moses and female Mercy, on what the trafficking experience was like and how it feels to be free. We are going to begin with Mercy finishing up her story, and then Moses sharing his experience, his horrific experience, and what were the learning tools? What did he get from this whole experience that has made both of them stronger, determined, and willing to forge forward? Mercy, welcome. You may begin. Mercy, 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 Mercy. Can you hear me? We're experiencing some technical difficulties, and it appears that the presenters cannot hear. Kindly give us a moment and then we will get back on track. In the meantime, let us just relax and breathe and trust the process. Mercy, Mercy, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Mercy? Well, in the meantime, I'm just gonna go ahead with something because I don't know what happened. Women's History Month is an annual declared month that highlights the contributions of women to events in history and contemporary society. It is celebrated during March in the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, corresponding with International Women's Day on March 8th, and during October in Canada, corresponding with the celebration of Persons Day on October 18th. The commemoration began in 1978 as Women's History Day in Sonoma County, California, and was championed by Gerda Lerner and the National Women's History Alliance to be recognized as a national week in 1980. And then 1987 in the United States, spreading internationally after that. It is recognized annually from March 1st to March 31st, and it has been observed for over 36 years since 1987. In 2023, the theme is celebrating women's stories. And today we have Mercy, who was got caught up in human trafficking, unbeknownst to her. And we have Brother Moses, who was also caught up in human trafficking, unbeknownst to him. Last week, Mercy shared her riveting story about her experience, and she was not able to finish up. So today we present the woman's theme, which is our stories. Mercy will be sharing her story, and Moses will be sharing his story, so that we will be educated and learn about human trafficking. Right now, we're experiencing some technical difficulties, and so we are waiting everything to get back on track. Be patient with us. Okay. Last week we heard her riveting story in human trafficking and the impact on her life. We learned of her resilience and will to live. How long were you in captivity? How long have you now been free? I hear you took an interest in hair care too. How is it going, Miss Alicia? What advice would you give to Mercy? We will come back to you for closing words, and now let's turn our attention to Brother Moses, plus born August 1990 in Machacos County. Sorry about that. Machacos County, was able to study and complete his levels between 1997 to 2009. In 2011, he was able to secure a job at Mulay's Wholesalers as an offloader in their store, and later moved to the supermarket as a cashier. and grew to cashier supervisor up to 2014. I was able to secure a job outside the country in Saudi Arabia in a remote industrial town, Hale, where he worked in a chicken farm until 2018. Thanks be to God, he was able to come back home after an illness due to unfavorable working conditions, and managed to join the Kenya Institute of Management to study supply chain management, which is still in progress. In October 2021, I was successfully able to join a team which proceeded to Qatar, courtesy of FIFA, for the World Cup crowd management. I am a motivated individual, keen to obtain employment. Key strengths include articulate, written, and verbal communication, teamwork, and computer literacy. Now we will have Mercy is going to complete her story. And then Moses, you may have all the time you need to tell your story. Right now, we're still waiting for Queen Mother to enter the studio because I think that you guys are not hearing me. And so we're going to have to just wait. In the meantime, let me see what else I have that I can share. We enter into a new month of March, the time of the year when animals start waking up from hibernation. The name for March comes from Mars, the Roman god of war. Drum roll. Welcome to Women's History Month. I invite you to get relaxed and ready for this awesome show. Hit that like button, share, comment, and share the comment button. If this is your first time tuning in, we thank you so much for being here, and we apologize humbly for the mishaps that are taking place. But Queen Mother went to the village of Samaru, the woman's only village, and she had the privilege of being a guest speaker there. And so she took a motorcycle from the village to go back to the city, to the hotel where she could present. Apparently, she has lost connection with us. And so we are awaiting her reappearance back on stage on this platform to share the exciting news, but most importantly, so that Mercy and Moses will be afforded the opportunity to continue on their story. Mercy and Moses, thank you so much for sharing with us. Thank you for coming back a second time. And apparently it appears as if you will have to come back a third time. And I pray and hope that you will be oblige us. But remember, your story needs to be told, because I don't believe that many of us understand the trafficking and sexual trafficking and enslavement of innocent victims that happens globally. A lot of us don't understand that some of the people that are missing, they're harvesting their organs and selling it on the black market for top dollar. A lot of people don't understand that some of our children are being put into captive and held and put into slave industries. So we need to hear the stories, and we need to gain more compassion and caring and empathy, and also support the organization that you guys mentioned last time, so that everyone will become aware of the indignity and the inhuman treatment of humans in these so-called industries. Women's History Month. I invite you to get relaxed and ready for this awesome show. Thank you so very much for being here. We have men, women, and youth having very unique, innovative projects and transformative works, plus special edition shows like today's tribute. So just stay right there. Go to your page, tell us who you are, where you're from, and guess you want on the show. Facebook.com/QueenMotherSpeaks and Facebook.com/Author Theresa R. Kemp. Miraculous March. Blessings to all our faithful fans out of Atlanta. Lady Mo, Queen Dashanaba's sister, Abimbola, Tina Jones, Ernestine, Carmen, Michelle, Sass, Stephanie, and Melissa. All our friends from the Hillside Chapel and Truth Center in Atlanta, Georgia, off of Cascade. We are in Queen Mother's birthday month. She's out on location today, capturing a great story, and hopefully she will check back in with us. And at the moment, we are delighted for another year of life. Last week, we attended the Black History Finale event hosted by the Center for the Study of the United States, University of Nairobi. It was phenomenal. This is Queen Mother's words. And we're seeking a video to post for your edification. March babies are said to be happy, optimistic. They will either be Pisces or an Aries in star sign. Pisces is said to be optimistic, ambitious, and determined. Aries is said to be fiery and passionate. So to a happy birthday, shout out to all the March born, to Ernestine and Kylie, Burungu from Nairobi, from the West Coast, USA. Thanks to our fans for tuning in, for your early wake up and grand rising to tune in. Semkia from Hawaii, Ernestine and Pingo, Councilman Farrell, Red, Adisa, and Kewashi from Los Angeles, Tashmia Naala, Akika, and Samantha from San Francisco, California. Tell me who is rocking it in your world. Send us names of guests to appear on the show. Now, I'm expecting Asha Angola to appear next week on the show to share her horrific story of how she was held hostage at gunpoint in her car for several hours. I'm also expecting Sister Red, Fetty Red, to also appear to share her experience. I don't know what she will be talking about. And we have several other women coming to tell their stories. Queen Dashanaba has asked me to tell my story, but I believe I'm going to respectfully decline. I believe that I get to speak all the time, and we have some very compelling stories to share by others. Continue to wash your hands, keep yourself safe, and be alert. We thank you for tuning in to Queen Mother Speaks, a safe space for information, inspiration, and expression. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Bonga da bonga. Catch them live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Honorable Margaret Tolley, congratulations on your new appointment. Treya Rose, Mara Anju, Jay Mwangji, Farida Rose Okalo, Maurice Obuyu, and Estelle from Kenya. We still don't have anything. So we're working backwards, but I am going to go into a moment of meditation. I will repeat the words 3 times. Don't know if I have it, but I am invincible. That's what we're going to do today. Repeat that 3 times. I am invincible. I am invincible. And we're going to close our eyes and we're going to breathe. We're going to do the straw breathing. We're going to breathe in through our nose. I'll demonstrate. Hold. Then we're going to slowly breathe out, but we're going to perch our lips. So let's do a few of those. Breathe in. Let's do that one more time. Okay. And still, we are not able to get in. And so at this moment, I don't know what to do. I'm sure that they're working out the kinks. And so I'm going to go ahead and read the DA Reparation Task Force would like to extend a huge thank you to all of our RSVPs for registering for our event 2023 Reparations and the Black Vote. Here is a link to the recording of the event. https://youtube.com/MZXXN capital ADY capital U capital B capital U. Please share the above link far and wide. Soul Vegetarian Restaurant. Soulful, delightful, plant-based foods. Restaurant in Nairobi, Kenya. The phone number is 0742-654-810. Cooking classes are available every Saturday. Come to learn how to eat to live, not live to eat. Lucille's Kitchen, sweet potato pie, and other mouth-watering treats. Call 0732-567-327. Bonga da da bonga. Tomorrow, Thursday at 7 p.m. Kenya time, New York time, Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Click on facebook.com/bonga da da bonga. Miss Aisha Dafala, Kenya's blood ambassador, reminds us to donate blood. Kenya needs blood. Syria needs blood. Ukraine needs blood. The global community needs blood. The United States needs blood. If you are able and willing to give us a pint of your blood, you will be amazed at how many lives you can save. So if you're in a position to donate blood, please do. I believe that you can donate every 3 to 4 months. I used to do it, but I'm not of the age anymore. But it makes you feel good, and you're able to assist the community, and it's just something that is very much needed in certain parts of the world. The enlightenment of discipline practices to strengthen our ability to weather the challenges. Here's the free link: http /discipline life / excuse me. Diabetes Peer Support Group, every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York. This is a program that I offer free of charge to anyone who's suffering from diabetes, cardiovascular, upper respiratory diseases, any disease. And here we come to support each other and share information, education, and support, and also to listen to some of the challenges that we're each facing in the given situation at the time. Understanding and knowing that if you change that which you have been doing, then perhaps it will take you to the next level of healing yourself and ridding yourself of these diseases. I'll see you every Tuesday, 7 p.m. The link can be found on Herbalist Educator, weekly, Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York. Woven into the fabric book, purchased via Amazon by Tashay Esiebia Hayes Farrell, Rip Tashay. Also, Pemboledu, Sister Lillian and the artisans of Nairobi, Kenya, are making these fantastic handbags, duffel bags, wallets, and purses, and they are for sale. And Lillian's goal is to create a company where she can mass produce and mass distribute so that the artisans of Nairobi will always be able to be employable and sustain themselves and take care of their families. Every Wednesday, live at 5 p.m. Kenya East Africa time, 9 a.m. New York time. Go to facebook.com, Queen Mother Speaks, facebook.com/author Theresa Kemp. Know the time in your time zone. A special salute to the Sankofa elders. They will be returning. Yay! The Sankofa elders are a group of elders that take the time to come and share with us some of their experiences and knowledge that perhaps we may be able to use in the near future. The Wakanda Crown, Wilburn Sister Design, Jewelry Village, Atiabi Glime, Volta Region, Ghana, Fashions, Ghana Designers, USA and Kenya. Inspirational Verse, Hillside Chapel and Truth Center. Living Abroad, Flyer, by permission, Payapa Art Center. Virtual room supported by Street Code and StreamYard. Host, Queen Mother Speaks. Co-host, Nana Afua Adeza Suwana First Terry Camp. And also co-host, Rakia Murphy. The Tilly Report, Miss Elizabeth Myers. Sankofa Elders, Professor Al Gaskins and Willie Butler. Youth in Africa, Africa's Talent. Art of Living, expert facilitators. Studious guests, co-host Rakaya, Lady Mercy, Moses, Alicia, Garmon, and you too for tuning in and participating. Remember to like and share the comment button. Invite 5 friends. Virtual kiss to all you all. Let's see. And still we cannot I have to get this page, excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. The page is flying all around because I'm outside. Um, because my sister's moving around. With my sister. I came to see my mom here in Orange City, Florida. However, at this point, I'm not so sure what's going on, and I don't want to disconnect because we may not be able to get back in. So I'm not sure what is really going on. We're going to give it 5 more minutes, and then maybe I will share since I have the floor. Maybe I should share. Well, uh, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm not so sure why is it that I find it difficult to always talk about myself. I was never one to brag. I was never one to make myself be known. I am a doer, and I think I'm not shy. Don't get me wrong. I don't like to. I don't like people that run around bragging and talking about what they've done. If you have done it and everyone sees, and those who don't, it's good because I'm not working for people. I'm working for God, the God within me, the God within you. I see you, you see me. So I've always I laugh because now somebody got to do something, and it's on me to do something. I was born in Panama, Central America. I am the eldest of 10 children. I came to Brooklyn when I was at a very tender age of 13. I remember crying for 6 months because it was cold, it was frigid, it was freezing, and I could just dream of Panama, the isthmus, a piece of land between two oceans, the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean, the palm trees, the mango trees. I was able to always go outside and pick my mangoes for my breakfast. And so Brooklyn was alien to me. And I was angry for a very long time as to why my mom uprooted us and brought us to America. And I'll talk about that later. However, we came, I went to middle school, I went to high school. In high school, I began to cut classes because I love handball. It's called racquetball, but handball. And the only class I would attend, two classes that I would attend was band. I was first class chair clarinet, and I was maintaining my language because throughout my studies, I discovered that the way that they were able to convert the slave was to rob them of their culture, number one, and number two, and critical, most important, was to rob them of their language. If you lose your culture, and if you lose your language, then who are you? What are you? So Spanish was, I never missed Spanish. And so, but at the end of the semester, when I saw my report card, I had failed everything except Spanish and band. And so I had to do something. And I couldn't let my mom know, or my dad, or my stepdad. So my girlfriend had gotten into this program called the ABC program, A Better Chance. So I called Beverly. And by the way, I knew Beverly because we all attended United Methodist Baptist Church on Bushwick Avenue. And we all were in the same Sunday school. So we were like sisters. The only parties that I was allowed to go to was at Beverly's house, Marva's house, and another friend's house. And because My mom knew their moms. You see, that was back in the day. Everyone knew everybody. You just didn't get to go to strangers' homes. Nevertheless, I called Beverly and asked her to please connect me with the counselor that would get me into the program. So the counselor called me and she was like, "Are you sure you want to go away?" I said, "Yes," because I knew that I was the oldest and that all my brothers and sisters would be looking at me and I couldn't fail. Failure was not an option. So I signed the application, filled out the application, and asked my mom to sign. And my mom was like, "What is this?" And I said, "Well, I have the opportunity to go away to high school, and I think it's best." And so my mom didn't really question me. She signed. I took it to the counselor, and I got a letter at the end of the semester, the end of the spring semester, that I was accepted into the program and that I will be going to Dartmouth College the entire summer to be orientated to this new situation. So I got accepted, and they sent your applications to several cities. Uh, uh, so I was accepted at Appleton High School West, 96,000 population, all European, white. There were 17 of us. There were some Native Americans. There were some Latinos, and there were some African Americans, and and that was it. And we were split up into Appleton West and Appleton East. And I spent 3 years there, completed my high school diploma. I graduated and applied to several colleges, and University of Detroit uh, seemed to be where I wanted to be at the time. Did not know that it was so cold. It was near Canada. Anyway, uh, attended University of Detroit. After a year, the monies got funny, so I went back home, and so I went back home. I got a job with Merrill Lynch and Company, and that is where I met my first husband. And well, I was dating him at the time, and I became pregnant. And so my mom was like, "You gotta marry." And I was like, "I'm not marrying nobody. I gotta go back to school. I gotta get my education." But finally, like a couple Giovanna was due in May, and so in April of his birthday, I decided to, okay, I'm married. Got married. Um, uh, had Giovanna in May. The following year, I had Doreen, and things wasn't working out. Things did not work out because I decided to accept a different religion from him. I cannot put it on him totally. It was 50-50. There were some things that if I understood now that I understand, I would not have done then. Uh, I honestly can say that I did not allow him to be the man of the home. Uh, I was hard headed and bullheaded, and was just doing what I wanted to do. So I moved. We separated, and I moved to Appleton, Wisconsin, Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island, and I began to run a daycare from home and also educate my children. So I began a homeschooling situation because I felt that no school was good enough for my children. I also believe that I, the mother, am the first teacher, first counselor, first everything. Uh, 2-3 years later, I returned to college. There was a program going on that you could start taking classes at night. And so I started this program of re-entry, taking classes at night. And then from then, I enrolled full time and completed my degree in health management and Spanish. I got married. I met Ahmed in 80. I met Ahmed in January. We were married in June of the same year, 6 months. We stayed married for 18 years. I had 3 additional children, Zadia and Zing and Amina. I had twins, and that did it for me. The twins did it for me. So in 89, I had enough of Rhode Island. I had had enough of Newport, Rhode Island. I had had enough of white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. And so I moved to Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, the Black Mecca of America, where you could do business, where you could be self-sufficient and independent. And so I had applied to Neiman Marcus. I had applied to CDC, Center for Disease Control, and there was another company that I applied to. Well, unbeknownst to me, they in Atlanta, in order to get a job, they were doing credit checks. And my credit wasn't that great. And I was being denied, but I did not know that I was being denied because I just didn't know. And so one day I came home and I sat down and I wrote out a proposal. I created my own job. I wrote out a proposal, a curriculum for instructing preschoolers, elementary school students, and middle school students Spanish. Voila. And so I went to all the excuse me. I went to all of the daycare centers in Southwest Atlanta and spoke to the directors. And most of the directors were Black women. And they were so, I was able to negotiate where I would charge them $65 an hour and they keep the rest of the money. I wasn't greedy. All I needed to do was to work to take care of my family. And it was a win-win. And you always have to give and take. You cannot be greedy if you're trying to be self-sufficient, because it simply just wouldn't work. And so out of the 8 schools, I had 8 accounts, and I set up my schedule around my children. So I was able to drop them off, run to work, teach my classes. But before I go there, the first account was with this school where my girlfriend Omelika Kuumba, she's an artistic director, dancer, composer. She does African dance, and she went to the director and gave my name. And you always have to know someone. Things just don't happen out of the sky. Connections, relationships, partnerships is critical. And there was another sister, Mama Nanji, Aisha Nanji, God rest her soul. She connected me with Spelman because she was teaching African American history at Spelman. We connected because we were both Panamanians. And so I was able to now teach the continuing education classes at Spelman College, and also I teach for the summer camps. They will have the students come and spend the summer on the campus so that they will have a feel of what campus life was like. And so, yes, women have helped in my life. And I'm sure that you would also be able to share in that also, that women have been instrumental in when we work together, we work well and we win. So from teaching at Spelman, I was able to also get another position at Clark Atlanta University, teaching Spanish. I raised 7 children. My husband brought 2 into the relationship, and it wasn't easy, but I knew that there were 7 children dependent on me, and my husband had several challenges, and I had to handle that. In the midst of all that, and all the horrific experiences that I've had that I wish not to regurgitate, my faith grew, because in 1996 I joined Hillside Chapel and Truth Center, where I was able to meet Iyanla Van Zandt, Professor Reverend Fife, um, uh, Reverend E, the, the, the Kilgores. I joined the scholarship committee. I joined the Youth of Truth committee. Wherever my children were, I was involved. I also joined the ministry, learning this school of ministry, where I was basically focused on counseling. I didn't see myself as a preacher. I saw myself as one who could, because of my past experiences, be able to guide someone else through their situations. I never finished the school, but I consider myself a minister. I consider myself a counselor. I am certified herbologist, acupressure, massage, iridology, where we studied with Dr. Paul Goss in looking into the iris of the eye. And the iris of the eye tells you exactly what is going on in your body. The iris of the eye, there's certain points that are connected to your heart, your colon, your kidney, your liver, your spleen. I became engrossed in studying health because Granny, my maternal grandma, died in 1981. And that was very traumatic for me. And so I immersed myself in understanding health, understanding foods, and understanding what is it that we could do to prevent premature deaths. Yes, we are going to die, but what is it? What is our responsibility to maintain optimal health? What is required of us to do? And so this has been my quest. And the other day, Dr. Stefan Bay shared something with me that I had not connected the two. And he said that we are sick because we had disconnected from the universe, from the laws of nature. We are sick because we have been disobedient to the covenant that Abraham made with God. We are sick because we do not follow nature. In other words, the sun rises and the sun sets. and their laws, and all animals bow down to those laws except the intelligent being, humans. We have come to think and believe that we can do whatever we want to do and then take some pills to ease the pain. But no, 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 it is not possible. We must also be responsible, and we must be respectful to our holy temple, the temple that hosts the spirit and the soul. And so, if you see me engaged, like highly enthusiastic and highly involved, it's because we are in imminent danger. 50% of the population in America is obese, overweight, because of what they're choosing to put in their mouth. So therein lies our dilemma. And at some point, we have got to exercise some self-control. Anyway, Sister Mercy, I am going to stop there because it's 10:03, and I pray and hope that Brother Moses and you will come back next week so that we can complete the process. I hope that I've shared enough. But I have more. But we're going to stop right now, and we are going to kiss, right? So we're going to kiss with our right hand, kiss with our left hand, and then kiss with both hands. Okay, let's start. Both hands. We thank you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And thank you so much for joining us at Queen Mother Speaks. We apologize for the technical challenges that we've had. As we already know, Queen Mother visited Samura, uh, the woman's village. And so when she got to the hotel, apparently things became discombobulated. Thank you for joining us. And please share and like, and please invite others to come so that we may grow and so that we will really be able to be an impact and affect change in our global community. Sister Mercy, thank you. Brother Moses, thank you. And to everyone, hug yourself 3 times and tell yourself you love yourself. Rakia, I love you. Rakia, I love you. Rakia, I love you. Peace and blessings, and we will see you tomorrow on Bonga Darabonga.
Happy
Thank you,
Women's
Mercy.
History Month.
Huh?
Happy Women's History Month.
Happy Women's History Month. See you next week.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. They're still live, but nobody's there. I'm ending the broadcast.